just a fancy way of saying everything is still.
Vital signs critical. Weak points exposed. What?
Alright YouTube, it's Be Righteous from Identity, and I'm back with the build that I promised you. A couple of days ago I found the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun. The talent rework was so amazing that I decided to make a small video about it so you can share my excitement. I told you that after getting that weapon I instantly thought of a build for it, so here it is in the flesh. But before we get started, just know that I post build videos every week from DPS all the way to skill, which encompass both PvP and PvE. So if you don't want to miss any of my content, then please drop a like and don't hesitate to subscribe and join the family. Have you ever crafted a build that made you feel so powerful that anything less than heroic difficulty felt like a breeze? Well, look no further, because the Ox, with its formidable nature, fits this description completely. It has the strength to hold its own solo, while possessing just the right apparatus to also support your team. It's an all-encompassing build, and I have no doubt that you'll feel comfortable using this in most encounters. I have to say that this build came together beautifully, and I got some essential pieces I needed just at the right time. So without further ado, I present to you the Ox. Alright y'all, here's the build that I promised. I'm going to be running with the gunner specialization. This build has a lot of moving parts, so you're going to have to stick with me and pay attention if you want to really understand it. The weapons, I'm using infantry MG5. Ever since the Negev was nerfed, I think that this is your go-to for the next best LMG you want to use for more burst damage. This is not really for sustained damage, but for more burst damage, I'd say, because I have measured on it. I haven't even rolled it yet, and measured is the top half of the magazine has 20% rate of fire and negative 30% weapon damage, and the bottom half has negative 20% rate of fire and plus 30% total weapon damage. I didn't even roll this yet, and it came with 14% LMG damage, and it has 8% damage to targets out of cover. And I was thinking about adding another fire rate on here. It'll be nuts with how fast this fires. And I have 100 rounds because I run a large pouch that comes with the gunner specialization. 50 rounds. So this is really nice to use. Measured is great on LMGs because how big the magazine is. So you have a faster fire rate for a longer amount of time. You have more damage for a longer amount of time as well. For the second weapon, okay, I made a video about this. It was like 2.5 minutes, and as soon as I got it, I had to make a video about it because I've never seen a talent like this before. I mean, Sandman melee attacks instantly kill non-elite enemies. A lot of the enemies are strong, not just the elites. So the purples hit hard, the red bars hit hard, so this is very useful to have, and it has a 15-second cooldown. With exotics, you can't change anything. They are as they come, so it has 9% damage to armor, which is really good, and 7% damage to targets out of cover. Shotgun damage could be a little bit more, but I'm just satisfied that I got this weapon. I mean, with how RNG is, it's just hard to get the weapons that you want, and this is one of my favorite shotguns, and it just dropped for me randomly, so I'm glad I got that. And this specialization compact P320 is better than I expected. I mean, I don't really use it that much, but I was thinking about making a build with it surrounding this, so soon, maybe in the future, I'll make a build with this. Now for the build, okay, it's a 1-piece Gila, 3-piece Badger, and this Tardigrade exotic chest piece that I got to drop on a heroic mission yesterday. I made a community post about it. So the mask, and you're gonna see why I have this mask, right? It's the Night Watcher. It comes with 100% pulse skill haste, which is nuts because if you don't have any skill tier, it makes your pulse come back super fast. I would like to roll more armor on here, but I think armor regeneration in this build is way more important, and you'll see why. And I have a mod with armor on kill. So I have almost max armor regeneration that I rolled, and 100% pulse skill haste. So you want to get Night Watcher. Chest piece. This Tardigrade armor system is, oh my goodness. This chest piece is so good. And you need chest pieces like this. I mean, at first, I would look at a lot of things in the game, and I would think that there's too many things that's OP. You know, the shield, this chest piece, the big horn. But you got to think about it, man. These NPCs hit so hard. And you got to come correct when you go do these heroic and legendary missions, so you need this stuff. And you won't realize it until you play. So this build is heroic ready. That's the gameplay you saw, was heroic. And we were breezing through it. So I'm going to prepare to start doing legendary. First, I tried challenging on the Keener's Fate build that I made last week. Now on this, I'm breezing through heroic. And I'm preparing to make a build where I could just hopefully not breeze through legendary, but not really have that much of a hard time, but just play calculated so I can get through it. And that build is about to be so strong. I can't wait to show it to you. It's already done. So this came with max armor, 170k. All right, came with all these stats. You can't change it. I wish you could, but it came with armor regeneration, which is what I needed. At first I wanted to get the Badger Tufts perfectly unbreakable. That's what I was searching for, but then I got this, and it just made all my dreams come true. So basically, when your armor breaks, you gain 95% of your armor back. And whenever any of your allies' armor breaks, they get 80% of your armor as bonus armor for 10 seconds. And the cooldown is only 45 seconds. And then when you kill an enemy with your specialization weapon, it removes this cooldown for all your allies. But when you're using the gunner specialization, you're not really going to be using that weapon to kill anything. So, I mean, I guess you can use this better with Demolitionist or Survivalist, you know, a better specialization weapon. Badger Tuft. What this turned into was amazing. I mean, Badger Tuft, last patch, you pretty much used 2 pieces or 1 piece just for the armor on kill and the damage to elites. But since the damage to elites is gone, they changed this set to something really great. I mean, it's kind of like a tank rush set, armor on kill. This is really great. So you get 10% shotgun damage for the first piece, 5% total armor, and 10% armor on kill. Now this is the name Badger Tuft holster, which helps a lot in this build, along with the gunner specialization, because you get like ammo. So you're never going to run out of ammo in this build. When I was running through the mission, I didn't go to any of the ammo crates, and I had no problem running out of ammo. And I had to roll another almost maxed armor regeneration. The armor regeneration is legit in this game. You could actually notice it if you spec into it. It's not OP, but it's if you spec into it, you'll notice that it's working. Badger Tuft backpack, which came with maxed armor. So I got max armor on my chest piece, max armor on my backpack, and max repair skills. And you know what? I haven't even rolled anything on this. So you know what I'm going to roll on here? Armor regeneration. So this is not even fully maxed out. And I have 1.5 million armor, 284k health. Oh, I love this build, man. So Badger Tuft is also good because you get 10% armor on kill, and you also get 10% armor on kill for the gunner specialization, right? And I'm going to explain to you why that's so good in this build, and the purpose of me making this build with Badger Tuft and with the Sweet Dream shotgun. The skill I have is versatile. This is basically bloodlust, right? But bloodlust in a more versatile way, pun intended. This amplifies total weapon damage when swapping between your primary and secondary weapons only if they're different. So okay, I'm using an LMG, sitting back, covering for my team, shooting the enemy. Somebody runs up on me, or I want to rush them. I gain 35% weapon damage to enemies within 15 meters for a shotgun, since I'm using a shotgun. And it changes based on what weapon you have. But since I'm using a shotgun, if they're within 15 meters, I switch to my weapon and then get 35% extra weapon damage. Now, I said before that I was going to make a build surrounding this Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun. And the talent is Sandman. Melee attacks instantly kill non-elite enemies. Now, even though that's the case, right, it's still dangerous to run up on any NPC and try and melee them because they do so much damage. But that's because you want to set the build up in a way that you're able to do something like that. So since I have ablative nano plating, which gives me 95% of my armor back when I lose my armor, then I can make that decision and run up on an NPC, try and melee them. If they break my armor, I get my armor right back, right? And let's say that skill is on cooldown and they still get my armor down low. Well, then I have Badger Tuft's 10% armor on kill, right? plus the gunner specialization is 10% armor on kill. So when I get that kill, that insta kill, I'm getting 20% of my armor back no matter what. Now that's no cooldown. That can happen back to back. So you want to set your build up in a way that you can do that, even in heroic, even in legendary. And the shotgun itself is just strong. I mean, in 15 seconds is nothing, you know, in the grand scheme of things, when you're just fighting and you're getting armor busts from your team, you're playing with a squad, you're covering for your team, and then that 15 seconds comes back right away. And what I use this melee for is for the purple bar engineers that are so annoying. Once you take them out, that's it. They don't have no more turret, and then the LMG gunners, them too. So I can't express how much this talent is useful. On to the gloves, y'all. I mean, if you don't have these contracted gloves, you need to get them right now, because they already come with 11% damage to armor, and I rolled 15% weapon damage on here. I'd like to have probably damage to targets out of cover or something like that, but 11% damage to armor, that is a lot, man. They're Petrov defense, and it gives me 10% LMG damage for the MG5 that I'm using. Final piece, okay, these knee pads, Badger Tough, once again unrolled, right? Now I don't know what I want to roll onto this because it already has armor regeneration, it already has armor. So since it's not a skill build or a hybrid or anything like that, can y'all help me out and let me know what you think I should roll on this for the skills? Okay, I'm running with this Crusader shield. All right, you can equip your shotgun with this shield. Okay, and the best part of it, I made a video called 5 advanced combat tactics you need to know for TU8, right? And this was one of them. The fact that your shield stacks with your armor. Since I have 0 skill tier, there are very few skills that are going to be effective with this build. So the skill tier is 5 with this shield because I'm so tanky. The only thing I have as a weapon core is the contractor's gloves. So all the other pieces are armor core rolls, which makes my shield a 5-tier shield. So I can use this. And once I pull this out, I'm pulling that out with my shotgun. And I just kind of use this to, you know, for extra protection. So remember I said, have you ever crafted a build that felt so powerful that it made heroic feel like a breeze? Well, it does, because you have so many solutions to use when you're in that mission. You got the shield, which I rarely use. I mean, because when somebody runs up on me, I either melee them or just shotgun them. But if all else fails, then I pull this out, and it's very strong. 200% shield health and 50% active regeneration. Yeah, it's a no-brainer to use this, right? And then, okay, this is why I use the Night Watcher, because I'm using the Banshee Pulse. The Banshee Pulse launches a forward arc of pulse energy that confuses enemies caught in the wave, and it penetrates the cover, right? So it applies a disoriented status effect on affected targets. And unlike the Jammer Pulse, when you use the Jammer Pulse on enemies, it works on everybody as far as like them moving and being affected by it. It works on everybody except elites. This Banshee works on everybody. So even if you launch it at an elite, you'll see them getting affected by it. And this comes back every 19 seconds. Now, okay, well, that reminds me, I could put skill haste on the knee pads. There's my answer. So then I'll get this cooldown to probably like 15 seconds maybe, if I get like a max skill haste roll. Yeah, so I mean, yeah, so I can make this cooldown even more, along with the 100% pulse cooldown. So what this does, right, it even though it has no skill tier, I have no skill tier, right, and it's still at 19 seconds, and that's because of the Banshee Pulse. And the reason I use that is also so that if they rush me, or if I want to rush somebody, I just use the Banshee Pulse and rush them. Like I said, you have so many angles of defense and offense and versatility. This is an all-encompassing build, and I think that this might be raid ready. I just had to tweak a few more things, you know, min-max a few more things, but this build is crazy, y'all. Like, if you saw the gameplay, I was breezing through that heroic, and I think that I've built my confidence up enough to start running legendaries, because, you know, I want that big horn, and I'm gonna get that big horn, baby. I mean, all it takes is perseverance and time and effort, and you can get it. You know, people are complaining about it being too hard, but I'm up for the challenge, baby. I mean, who's with me? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for this challenge. And I'm pretty hyped, because now I'm starting to really realize what these builds are like, and I'm starting to understand how to build. And I got like 5 builds for y'all. You know, it's not enough time in a day to post these builds, so I'm trying to come with them as fast as possible. And I got y'all, you know, Legacy Week is coming real soon, because I got a few builds from last patch that I want to upload. And bro, these builds are better. And I thought they was really good in the ones before, but wait till you see the Liberty Technician. Wait till you see the Infiltrator. I mean, I can't wait for y'all to vote on which ones to do. Now I'm rambling on. I'm sorry, but I'm so hype about this build and just this patch in general, you know. So that'll be it for this build. Let me know what you think about this build down in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative in any way, if it helped you out in any way, please drop a like and don't hesitate to subscribe and join the family. I'd love to have you. Until next time, I'll see you in my next video. Be right out.